Boy, he is live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. Today is Friday. It's a beautiful day here in Buckhead. We've been grinding it out, scrapping it out. I literally just jumped off the phone in my office, ran into the studio, almost forgot I had a show at 12 o'clock because we just been bumping and doing everything we need to do this week and today so we can end this month strong. All y'all entrepreneurs that's out there, all y'all go-getters and grinders and hustlers, my heart goes out to you because I know it's crazy out here in these marketplace streets. But guess what? If you're willing to show up every day, if you're willing to put forth the effort that you know you need to put forth, you can make things happen as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. So if you're coming on, joining me live, put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. Welcome to the Ramonepreston Show. Today is Friday, August the 25th. We got a few more days remaining in this month, and we want to slide into home plate. We want to end this month absolutely positively strong. If you don't know, my name is Ramonepreston. I am the host of the Ramonepreston Show every Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time, right here from the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. My team and I, we show up live. You might not see my team, but they're in the comments. So if at any point you have a question, if at any point there's something that I talk about or make reference to, like a program or a product or a service that we offer and provide, and you want more information on it, all you have to do is look in the comments or in the chat and you will see the names, the numbers, the information to contact us. We have Millionaire concierges in-house who work diligently to answer all your questions and to help give you the direction that you need to succeed as an entrepreneur. I'm so thankful for all of you, whether you are a partner in our ministry, whether you are a mentee or a student in one of our business programs. I'm just so thankful. Even if you're not a partner or a mentee or a student, you may just be a viewer on social media. Thank you for giving us your time. Thank you for giving us your eyes and your ears. And if you have moved closer to our business or to our company and you have created some type of formal relationship with us as a student, as a client, or as a partner, I want to say on behalf of my entire team, thank you so much for trusting us to help you take your business to the next level. Today, I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk about holding companies and asset management. These are two of the main topics that I've been talking about for the past couple weeks because if you don't know, now you need to know. I am hosting a live business boot camp on Saturday, mark your calendars, Saturday, September the 2nd. It's Labor Day weekend, next weekend. I'm going to be right here in my studio live, but it's going to be a private, exclusive, one-day business boot camp. And what that means is I'm going to take a whole day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday, September the 2nd, and I'm going to do an entire deep dive on the most important concepts and principles that I believe every entrepreneur needs to put to practice right now and most likely for the next 3 to 5 years, at least 3 years. So if you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner looking to become a business owner, and you want to figure out the most creative ways to accelerate your business activities and increase your revenue and build a legitimate business that you can be proud of, if you're looking for those ways, most likely you're already in the hunt for that information because you found me. A lot of people who find me on social media, most of the times are going to YouTube and they're looking for information regarding holding companies. Now, you may be watching me today and that's maybe how you found me. You were typing into the search engine of YouTube or Google about holding companies and I showed up, or one of my videos showed up. So most people who find me anywhere on social media, they initially find me or run into me because they see a video that I have about holding companies. One of the reasons why I talk so much about holding companies. I probably have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos just on social media alone about holding companies. One of the reasons why I talk about holding companies so much is because it's one of the most important wealth building principles and concepts that you can use as an entrepreneur, as a solopreneur, as a small business owner. So if you're looking for ways to accelerate your entrepreneurial activities, I'm telling you, on Saturday, September the 2nd, Labor Day weekend, all of us entrepreneur junkies, we don't want to just sit back and do nothing for Labor Day weekend. Everybody who works regular jobs, they just excited about having a 3-day weekend. I'm not excited about having a 3-day weekend. I want to work because I want to make money. I want to make things happen. I want to fulfill my purpose on this planet. Not that I don't have times to rest and to relax, but that ain't the time for me to rest and relax. I think that's one of the reasons why me and my wife, we've been able to last so long as entrepreneurs, and we've been able to surpass a lot of people who started with us 20 years ago, because we're willing to show up any day of the week, any day of the month, any time of the year, holidays, no holidays, it don't matter, because we have built a life that gives us the freedom and the flexibility to do the other things that we want to do for ourselves and for our family, while being able to always show up and make an impact in business. So again, if you're watching this, I want you to look in the comments. My team, we have Millionaire concierges who have given you their information. You can text the word bootcamp to them and get the number out of the chat or out of the comments. And when you text that word bootcamp, we will be more than happy to sign you up, RSVP you, to our upcoming business bootcamp. This is going to be a 6-hour deep dive on Saturday, September the 2nd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's exclusive, it's private, and I'm going to be teaching on holding companies, asset management, creative tax strategies, operational systems and processes. And I truly believe within the next couple of years, I'm saying 3, you should wrap your mind around 3 to 5, but minimum 3 within the next 3 years. If you plan on being one of the new 22 million millionaires that will be created in the next 3 years, most likely you're going to have to familiarize yourself with concepts like the holding company. You're going to have to familiarize yourself with concepts like asset management. You're going to have to familiarize yourself with concepts like creative tax strategies. And you're going to have to familiarize yourself with operational systems. Now, if you're looking at these 4 right here, and you ain't got one clue what those 4 mean to your business, if you watching me right now and you're looking at these 4 and you ain't got a clue what these 4 mean, all that means is you need to get this information so that you can set yourself up and put yourself in position in that play for the next 3 years. The entrepreneur, the solopreneur, the small business owner, the influencer, the go-getter, the side hustler, whatever label you got, the person who does not understand at least these 4 main concepts and principles will be the person that suffers tremendously more than anybody else. We're all, as entrepreneurs, going to struggle. We're going to suffer. We're going to have ups and downs. Like, I've been experiencing the entrepreneurial pain for the last 25 days since we launched our new business venture on August the 1st. I've been experiencing the same entrepreneurial pain every other entrepreneur has experienced. The only difference is this is a new business venture. I have a other business venture that's still thriving and growing. If I didn't have that and I was 100% totally dependent upon this new one with no other resources, with no other revenue, with no other organizational enterprise, I would be like, oh my God. So I know how it feels. If you're an entrepreneur, you're working a job, or maybe you're not working a job, you full time, and you're trying to figure out, man, how can I make money today? How can I repeat that process tomorrow? How can I repeat that next week? And how can I scale that at some point to become more effective and more efficient? So today, I wanted to just carve out 2 of these 4 because holding companies and asset management should work hand in hand. Why do you think holding companies and asset management should work hand in hand? Here's why I think they should. Because when you create a holding company, when you formulate a holding company, when you put a holding company together the right way, you automatically, by default, create an asset management company. If you understand what I'm saying. Like the fact that you set up a holding company that you own, and then your holding company sets up another company, or you set it up that your holding company owns, the fact that you create that type of structure, it by default puts you in a better position to participate in asset management. But you need to familiarize yourself. You need to educate yourself. You need to learn the nuances, the ins and outs, the day-to-day activities that reflect asset management with a holding company. Am I correct about that? Like anything, if you're going to get good at something and get successful at something and see results in something, you got to educate yourself. You got to learn. You got to put yourself in a position to get the right information so that you could put it to practice. So again, the holding company should be the basis. It should be the foundation. It should be the thing that you use to maximize asset management, to maximize creative tax strategies, to maximize operational systems. Because what I've seen in my business consulting experience is the people who start holding companies or get other people to file and form the paperwork to start holding companies, they typically don't know anything about managing the holding company. They don't know anything about creating an operational system for the multi-entity structure that they have. I mean, think about it. If you own one LLC and your LLC owns other LLCs, there needs to be some operational system you have to make what you're doing make sense. Otherwise, you're going to just wake up every day and feel like, man, where am I going? What am I doing? I got a whole lot of paperwork. I got files and I got EIN numbers. I got bank accounts. I got operating agreements, but you don't know what else to do with it. And what you need to learn to do with this type of infrastructure, like the holding company, is number one, you need to learn to participate in asset management. So that means you need to learn how to identify with things that have value. They may have value for your revenue to change. They may have enterprise value to change your net worth. They may have a lot of different ways to bring value. But as an asset manager, you're able to identify with what those things are, and then you can start integrating them into these entities over here so that you can either start creating or generating revenue, or at least bringing more value to this infrastructure so that it gives you a better position. It gives you a better position to get funding. You know, like, for example, I could give you so many real-time examples. There was a client I was working with, and he became a mentee. He was a mentee in our coaching program, and he owned a piece of land. He owned a piece of land. The land was passed down to him from some family member, and he owned the land. You understand what I'm saying? He owned the land. The land was in his name. I don't know what the value of the land was. I don't know what the utility of the land was. I don't know if there was some type of, activities for business that he could utilize the land for. I didn't know all that. But what I did know was if he personally owns a piece of land, he could have very well deeded that land to an LLC under his holding company. And if there was a dollar value to that land, whether he went and got it appraised or whether he built a house on it or put a storage unit or put 2 trailers on it, I don't know, whatever he decided to do, it would have been an asset to his holding company. Point blank, period. You own the land, but it was his personal property. He could have just deeded that over to his LLC under his holding company, and that one activity could have changed the value and the net worth and maybe the revenue opportunities for his holding company. I've had students and clients that have owned vehicles. They've owned retirement accounts. They've owned a lot of different things that they didn't see as assets. But as a business owner and as an enterprise leader, I'm talking about myself, I understood that when you put a holding company together, that holding company needs assets in order for it to thrive. It's similar to a trust. When you set up a trust, let's say when you create a trust, or if you have a lawyer create a trust, well, that trust needs to be funded, right? You need to fund that trust. That means you need to transfer assets into that trust in order for the trust to work, in order for it to mean something. Otherwise, you just got a piece of paper with 50 pages that mean nothing because it has no value. It ain't nothing in it. Well, it's similar to a holding company. When you set a holding company up the right way, you have your first LLC as your holding company, and then you have subsidiaries under it. Okay, your subsidiary may be a business that's out there selling products and providing services. But in addition to the operational side of business, selling a product and providing a service, you as a business owner, especially if you're owning a holding company with multiple LLCs under it, you got to stop thinking just like an operator of a business. You got to stop thinking like a laborer in a business. You got to start thinking like an asset manager. You got to start thinking like an asset manager. I'm going to use the word promise because I feel like I need to use the word promise. I promise you this. What we're going to see in the next 3 to 5 years, the reason why I can strongly say I promise this, because it's already happening. I'm already seeing it. It's already happening, y'all. I already see it. That's why I know I can strongly, emphatically use the word promise. But let me just make my statement. I promise you, within the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to see so many. You're going to see so at least once a week. At least once a week, y'all. At least once a week, I let one of my batteries go dead, either on my battery pack or on my transmitter on top of my camera at least once a week. And I was so busy today, I came in here, I was running around. I never even thought about checking it. So that's what happens when you got 1,000 things going on. But anyway, if y'all hear me now on the stream, I know IG hearing me, but on our streaming service, if you're back hearing me now, what I was saying before my mic went out, like it does at least once a week, what I was saying was, I promise you within the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to start seeing a whole lot of assets transfer over to business structures that look like this. Okay? You're gonna see a lot of assets transfer over to holding companies. You're gonna see a lot of assets transfer to divisions of holding companies, meaning that there's gonna be a certain name of a company that may, let's say, acquire an asset, and the name of that company is really going to be a division of a parent company. You're going to see certain assets transfer to companies, and you're going to see the name LLC, and you're going to look for the owner, and the owner is going to be a parent company. You're going to see this happen like it's already happening, y'all. If you're not seeing it, it's probably just because you are not elevating your game. You're not learning and educating yourself to understand these concepts so that you can use them. The entrepreneurs who are down here scrapping, trying to sell a product and trying to provide a service, that's good, but that just needs to be one aspect of what it is that you're doing every day. If all you're doing is just trying to sell a product and provide a service and just compete with everybody else in the market and not figure out how you can elevate yourself to have an infrastructure that gives you the ability to become an asset manager, you're going to miss out on what's happening. So within the next 3 to 5 years, remember, I told you this. I made you a promise. You're going to start seeing assets. Now, there are many assets. I can't go over all the assets. All right? Next Saturday in my upcoming workshop, I'm going to take a whole day and I'm going to cover about 30 different assets that a lot of y'all already have. You got these assets, you just don't know how to use them, and you don't know how to use them because you don't know how to identify with them. But you're going to start seeing a whole lot of different assets over here. They're going to be transferred. Some of these assets are going to be LLCs. Some of these assets are going to be real estate. We know that. Some of these assets are going to be equipment, intellectual property, trademark, platforms, software. These assets are going to be so many things that are going to be transferred over to other businesses, and the people who acquire these assets are going to be people who have put themselves in the position I'm telling you that you need to put yourself in. Okay? So watch how it plays out. Watch how it plays out. It's playing out that way. Now, it's so much information out there on the internet that backs up what I'm saying. All right. Number one, the baby boomer generation, they are retiring. They leaving the workforce. They leaving the marketplace. A lot of them are selling their houses or, passing them down to their family. They got businesses that they don't want to shut down, so they transferring them, or they're letting somebody acquire them, or they're letting them merge. This stuff is happening every doggone day right now, and it's starting to pick up and accelerate. And that's why I'm putting myself in the best position, because I want to be a part of these acquisitions. I want to be a part of this wealth transfer. I want to get some of these assets and integrate them into my business, and I want you to be able to do the same, especially if you know you're an entrepreneur, you're a small business owner, you're in the game, you got something to offer people, you're an amazing person, and you want to make an impact in the world. Why not get in the game and participate in what's going on? So again, if you're watching this live, today is Friday, August the 25th. I want you to look in the chat, in the comments. Our Millionaire concierges have put a number inside of the chat with a word that you can text. I want you to text the word boot camp to me. I want you to join me next Saturday, September the 2nd, Labor Day weekend, the perfect weekend for an entrepreneur to learn and study and train, because everybody else is off for 3 days. You should be an entrepreneur that's working for those 3 days to make up what other people are just falling off from, okay? So I want you to join me for my one-day business boot camp. It's a virtual event. You don't have to come in person. You don't have to get in the Atlanta Buckhead traffic. All you have to do is just log in to your dashboard, and from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., I'm going to be doing a deep dive on holding companies, asset management, creative tax strategies, operational systems. And just in case you're watching this and you like, bruh, you ain't no lawyer, you ain't no expert. I never claimed to be. I know I'm not a doggone lawyer or an expert or a tax person or an accountant. I'm an entrepreneur of 20 years who has built a successful organizational enterprise, and I've worked with and I work with today lawyers and tax experts and people who are amazing in what they do to make what I do as an entrepreneur even better. And I like to share that information, and I don't supposed to just give it all away. I'm supposed to bring value to my community and have products and services that I offer so I can continue to take you for the ride that I'm going on. And I want you to go for that ride. So we're extending a special offer for our upcoming business boot camp. All right? 1 day virtual deep dive on holding companies, asset management, creative tax strategies, and operational systems. We're going to talk about filing and forming your paperwork, drafting operating agreements, building your divisions and your subsidiaries. We're going to talk about identifying with assets. How do you accumulate them? How do you integrate them? Some assets that you accumulate and integrate into your business system, some of those assets may need certain paperwork. You may need some type of agreements, lease agreements, or asset transfer agreements, or whatever the agreements are. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about creative tax strategies, how you as an entrepreneur can manage the day-to-day financial activities enough so that when you do work with a CPA, an accountant, a bookkeeper, or a tax strategist, or all of the above, you're at least aware of what they're doing. I don't want you as an entrepreneur to have all these people doing this stuff for you and you're not aware of anything. You can't afford to not know enough to stay on top of your own financial activities. That's a very important responsibility for you as an entrepreneur. We're going to talk about operational systems. How do you build a general operating system for your marketing, sales, administrative activities, for your financial activities, for your executive activities? You're going to need a general operating system, especially when you start getting into multi-entity structures. You're going to need that. You got to have separate QuickBooks accounts. You need to have some type of project management platform that you use. You're going to need a CRM. You're going to need to know how to build that platform or that operational system out so that all of the things that you're doing can be more efficient and be smooth so that you don't feel like you all over the place every day you wake up. So we are offering for $97, 97 bucks, one VIP ticket to my upcoming boot camp, and I'm gonna give you 1 year access to all 4 of my training programs. So that's $97. You heard it on here. I keep telling y'all, because what a lot of people be doing, they'll watch my live, they'll watch the replay, they'll wait until the whole event is over, and then a month later, they reach out to us and say, you still got that $97 deal? Nope. We don't have it because we were offering at the time we were preparing for it. So for $97, I'm giving you 1 VIP ticket to the boot camp. Okay? That's a live event. Virtual. I'm gonna take 6 hours. I'll answer any question you have, even if it's not about those 4 topics. But then I'm gonna give you 1 year access to 4 training courses. One is gonna be on holding companies, how to start them, how to structure them, how to file and form your paperwork, how to utilize a holding company for what I'm talking about now that we see happening with acquisitions and wealth transfers that's taking place right now. We're going to give you 1 year unlimited access to our asset management course because I need you. I'm saying I need you because I do. I need you to learn to become an asset manager. Stop thinking you're just a laborer. Stop being a business operator. Learn to be an asset manager. And I'm not talking about a Wall Street asset manager. I'm not talking about a hedge fund asset manager. I'm talking about running an organizational enterprise that's built with a structure like a holding company that has divisions, subsidiaries that you manage the day-to-day activities of. And you know how to accumulate assets, integrate them into that multi-entity business structure, and you know how to maximize that to increase your net worth, increase your revenue, increase your market value, your enterprise value. These things are important, okay? So we're gonna give you 1 year access to our creative tax strategy course. And again, I'm not a tax strategist. I just give you the information as an entrepreneur so you can see it from my perspective, because the students and mentees that I work with, when I teach them how I understand tax strategies and how I work with my CPA and my tax strategist, it makes it easier for them to go work with theirs. And it gives them more confidence to track their income and expenses, their cash collected. They know how to forecast. They're on top of their financials differently when they learn the concepts and principles that we teach. And then we're going to give you 1 year access to our operational systems and processes course. I'm going to just put systems. So in this course, we teach you how to create a general operating system. We teach you how to measure your KPIs, how to put processes together that track the metrics of everything you do in your sales, your marketing, your financials, your administrative activities, and your executive activities. I promise you, what you hear me talking about, if it's foreign to you, if you're kind of confused, I don't know how you expect to be successful in business if you don't get to a point to where what I'm saying makes sense. How do you expect to be successful? How do you expect to grow your business? How do you expect to become financially free as an entrepreneur if you don't learn what I'm telling you until what you hear me say makes sense? How are you going to do it? You're going to wait to hit the lottery? You're going to wait for some bag to drop out the sky? You're going to wait for what? How old are you? How long you been waiting for that to happen? Has it happened yet? Well, guess what? You better take control of the narrative of your life. So for $97, I'm giving you 1 VIP ticket to my upcoming boot camp, and I'm going to give you 1 year unlimited access to all 4 of these educational training programs. So you can reach out to me today. We can get you onboarded so that you could start training and studying. So when you do join me on 9/2/23, September the 2nd at 10 a.m., you will already have information because you can already start training and studying. So in the comments, look in the chat, and you'll see that number. I want you to text bootcamp to that number so that we can get you signed up and onboarded today. All right, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I got more work to do because today is the 25th of August. I only got 6 more days left in this month. This is the first month of our new business venture, RP Capital. So I got to get a deal, and I'm working diligently to get a deal. It's been brutal, but guess what? It's all worth it because I done been through it before. When you got experience under your belt, you already know how to play the game. So love y'all, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining the show. Be sure to go into the comments, text the word bootcamp to the number you see so we can get you onboarded, signed up. We're going to give you a VIP ticket to my upcoming bootcamp on September the 2nd. If you can't make it live, we'll have the replay back up once we end it. And you can always go back. You have a whole year to have access to all of this. It's only $97. You can't find this offer on my website. This is a special offer we put together. This is our business bootcamp bundle with the VIP ticket to the bootcamp and the 4 training programs. We put this special bundle together in-house, and we want to make it available for you because we want you to learn these concepts that I think are going to play a big role in how a lot of people become millionaires in the next 3 to 5 years. So you want to take me up on it, text the word bootcamp to the number in the comments, and we'll get you signed up, onboarded. You can get instant access today, start learning, educating, training. You can get your questions lined up. So when you join me for the live event on 9/2/23, September the 2nd, we'll answer all your questions and we'll give you the game. So I love and appreciate all of you. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page. We're trying to get to 10,000. We got like a little over 9,200. So we're about, I think, 800 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. My son, he works for our company full time. He's the content creator. He's a social media manager. He's the one behind a whole lot of stuff we got going on, all the stuff pretty much, with the exception of the little that I do. I know he would be so happy to see us get to 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube page. So please subscribe, hit that bell. I know sometimes it makes you sign in before you subscribe, but just do the little extra work for a minute or two so that your boy can have your subscription. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining the show. We'll be back here Monday. Same place, same time on the Ramon